And we are counting down to the new year, and high on many people's list of resolutions is staying in shape. So we brought in some help to get you started. Coach Antonio Coleman, who heads up Game Speed Performance Academy. Thanks for being here, Coach Coleman.
Oh, thank you.
We're glad to have you today. So even those of us with the best of intentions for staying in shape probably have slacked off a little this month, or at least in the last few weeks with all the Christmas treats and things like that. So what's the best way to get started or recommit yourself if this is what you're looking for in 2016?
Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to just do simple exercises, okay? The regular push-ups, sit-ups, things like that. And then I'll show you some variations and things like that later on. But we have to push away from the table. We got to, the cupcakes, ding-dongs, ho-hos, all them, we got to push those away, okay? So what
Are
we
you
want to
sure? I don't know if I can.
We want you to, at least for a while.
Yeah.
You can kind of have your cheat days and things like that. But what I want you to do is eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and drink plenty of water.
And stick with those basic things, like you said, as you're getting started. Go back to gym class when you're a kid almost.
Yes. I mean, just keep it simple. Don't try to make it more difficult. I know that they got these things out with CrossFit and everything else that make things look so difficult, like, oh, I can't do that. That's too crazy. But you just keep it to the simple things, and as long as you stay consistent, and then you'll be okay.
Now, some of the videos, when you talk about crazy things, we're seeing these videos of things that you do, part of your workouts. And I know you work with a lot of athletes. You do some conditioning, things like that. When you're ready to take it to the next level, is this something you get into?
Yes, definitely. If you want to go to the next level, I think the best training for you is performance training. Performance training teaches your body how to move. So as you improve your balance, coordination, flexibility, things like that, then you're going to be able to move better, and then the weight is going to start dropping off. So I'm not a weight loss person. I don't do a lot of things with weight loss. Things that I teach you how to do is try to teach you how to perform better, and then it starts to happen.
And you don't have to have a lot of equipment to do this kind of stuff.
No.
What we're seeing here, you brought along some props today. What's something basic that if you have something like a medicine ball or other weight at home, you could try out?
Now, what I say what you do is do like some multi-joint movements, movements that basically going to move more than one joint. So curls are out of the way. Don't do any curls or anything like that. Do things like push-ups, pull-ups, doing full squats or lunges, things like that. Those things will help you out a lot better.
Okay. And how many times do you recommend people are exercising a week?
A week? Now, the question, you asked me the question, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
And then the people say, when they're overweight, I ask them, how long did it take you to get into that position? And they'll be like, well, years. So you have to still put that same amount of
to go back the other direction.
To go back the other direction.
Okay.
So I would say at least 5 to 6 days a week. You want to stay consistent, but only a half an hour a day.
Yeah.
You don't need to do like, 2 or 3 hours in the gym, but up to a half an hour to 45 minutes a day, and that's it.
And when you talk about some of your training, is that the same thing as high intensity training? You know, you hear about that or you read about that HIIT, I think, that
HIIT training.
HIIT
high
training.
intensity resistance training. Yeah.
Is that something that you're into?
It's along the same lines of a high intensity resistance training or interval training. I was a track athlete and played football. So track and field is really high intensity resistance training because you're doing interval training. So it's all in the same, they're just giving different words for the same thing. But yes, the performance training stuff that I do is definitely high intensity training.
Okay, show me something here.
Okay, so if you want me to show you some high intensity training, we would get on the medicine balls like this, and then you would explode off the medicine ball and come right back on it.
This can't be for beginners, Coach Coleman.
No, definitely not for beginners. That was a performance training move. Now, for beginners, I would say you can get on your knees right here, just like this. And so it's working my stabilizer muscles as well as my agonist. So therefore, I'm getting more than just a workout of just my chest because I have to stabilize on the actual medicine balls.
The ball, yeah, it makes it a little bit trickier.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Well, some great ideas for us to get started here, whether you're a beginner or not. Coach Coleman, thank you so much for coming in. Happy New Year.
Thank you, and Happy New Year to you too.